kind of challenges will Purdue present that maybe some of the other Big Ten opponents haven't?
Well, I would say they're probably as physical a team as we're going to play on the offensive end, defensive end. I think they can play a couple of different ways. They can play with a bigger lineup, or they can go smaller. And of late, they've tended to play a little bit smaller with Hummel at the center position and Bird at the power forward. So they have a versatile team. They run motion offense really well. They play well together, and we know it's going to be a very competitive environment.
Coach Crean has talked about the problems that this team has had playing that physical style. What have you guys been doing to try to make sure to push them to play physical against a team that's going to be physical?
Well, we've proven that we can do it, so we can obviously go back to that and point to those things. Secondly, I'd say it's a mindset. You've got to feel like you have to be aggressive, intense, but you have to be under control. You can't overreact to situations physically. And then lastly, the way we practiced the past couple of days, we've really tried to prepare for that, and we know what's coming. We obviously have veteran guys who've played there before, so they understand what that'll be like.
Playing against
that smaller lineup done for, what has it changed about the way they try to run their offense?
They're able to stretch the defense a little bit more, because that puts their center in position to shoot threes, which Hummel's been very good at over his career. DJ Bird's another perimeter guy, even though he can defend bigger players, and he's another guy that he's shooting 45% from three. So I would say it stretches your defense a little bit, which allows them to shoot the three, but it also allows them to get into the paint with penetration.
Having to go through the physical game against Wisconsin last week, how is that going to help you guys kind of just be ready for this one?
Penn State, Wisconsin,
yeah.
Iowa. Obviously, the last game that we played at Michigan, that was a physical game. I think they've all been that way. I think it's more about our mindset than anything else. We have to play that way all the time to be successful, and we've got to have that mindset of getting stops and allowing our defense to create our offense for us. It seems to me like we run better offense when we play better defense, with maybe the exception of the Iowa game. But that's something that we've been pointing to. We've got to do a better job on the boards, both offensively and defensively, and those have been points of emphasis. And the one thing I think that we could say about our team this year is whenever we've emphasized something, we've gotten that emphasis.
Coach Green talked at length after the Michigan game about finding guys in February with a warrior mentality, and you know, also I think called the starting lineup was a little bit of a joke on in the opener of the Michigan game. What have you guys kind of done to sort of reinforce his message the last couple of days, and how the players reacted to it?
Well, you always feel like you're in a good place after you've sent a certain message after a game, when your team comes out and practices the way our team has practiced the past couple of days. I don't know if anything needed to be said, but what was said really hit home, but they also knew it. And I think when you have that combination, and then they saw the film, we didn't start the game off at Michigan the way we had game planned, the way we had worked on it, the way our guys had competed leading up to that game. So everybody understood that. And I think sometimes it has to do with focus. It has to do with your mentality as you go into the game. And it's kind of like the race car driver. If the race car driver gets out on the track and he focuses on the fans and the things around him, pretty soon he runs into the wall instead of winning the race. And I think sometimes that can happen when you get on the road. You've got to get rid of all that environment and the way things are. It's still a basketball court. You're still playing another team. And we've handled that at times. And we also showed that we could come back in that game. And we still had a chance to win, even though we were down that far. And there were a couple of key plays at the end. And again, I think that comes back to, we didn't start the game focused, but you can still get refocused. And I think our guys do a pretty good job of that. And we've got to eliminate those late situations, whether it's an overhelp to a kick out for three, it's not getting a couple of loose balls, long rebounds at Wisconsin. But that takes all five guys working together. Three guys can't do it the right way, and two guys be doing it a different way and have it be effective. And obviously, as you guys know, this league isn't for the faint of heart. You'll get exposed pretty quick if you don't have that warrior mentality and you don't have that mindset.
Okay, I got to let him go so I can get the players in, since we're going to leave in about a half hour. Is that all right?
Okay.
Anything else for Tim?
All right.
Good to see all of you.
Thanks.
Thanks for the pizza.